we are now more than a year in the pandemic. Of course, when we handed over office, or we were cheated out of office on August 2nd, 2020, there were 21 COVID deaths, and there were 419 confirmed COVID cases locally. Today, there are over 10,000 confirmed cases and over, I think, 274, 200, over 270 deaths as related to COVID-19. Schools have not gone back to normalcy. Dr. Henry, tell us where we are in the midst of COVID-19.
Well, thank you, Sharon, and good evening to our viewers. This evening, I must say thanks to Sharon for having me on this program, where we can have this frank discussion on the effects of COVID-19 on education. I particularly want to focus on where we are, given that we are 1 year after we will have formally closed schools and we have gone to mixed modalities in terms of delivering education. And as many of you would know, because many of you are parents and you have children, and so you are in this situation whereby we have been trying to administer education from different modalities, primarily using unlearning online technique. But what we have noticed is that in many countries, including Guyana, we have a lot of students who have not been able to participate in remote learning and teaching. And so that is a major concern for persons in education countries all over the world. And in the case of Guyana, we have not seen the kinds of plans that are required to ensure that the shocks of COVID-19 will be well absorbed, as it were, by this country. And so what we want to ensure, particularly as a member of parliament and shadowing the education sector, is that the preparation, the policies, the programs are in place so that those students who are being affected more than others and those that are furthest behind will be able to quickly come up to speed once we are back on track and functioning um, as prior to the pandemic. And so it worries us, it concerns us that we have not been seeing or hearing of the plans. All we get from time to time is some knee-jerk responses and a date flying out of nowhere here and there. We heard a few weeks ago that school would have been open in April. Many of us knew that was not feasible in the first instance. We're happy to know that common sense and better judgment would have prevailed based on the many interventions and and calling on our part to ensure that the environment was safe and ready for our teachers and students. And so, as you would know, it has been further delayed in terms of face-to-face So basically, what we're saying is that we need to have policies in place. We understand that there's a pandemic. We understand that the numbers are going up here, and that is making the situation even more scary. And we understand that you have to plan and prepare for the outcomes that you want, because you have to plan with the end in mind. And if we're not hearing about those plans, we're just hearing dates, we're just seeing people running around, like headless chicken around the country. You share it a few books here, a few books there. We've had enough time by now to have a robust plan and some amount of research that is specific to Guyana that we can use here to inform our decisions and policies moving forward. In the absence of that, we're very concerned and we remain skeptical as to what the future of education holds for the people of this country. Thank you, Sharad.